on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, better get a habit, you should.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
Looking to throw. McKinnon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time to Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haas. It finds his target, Fuller. Yeah, he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Haas. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haas. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come. Set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. McKinney. He completes it to Hunt. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But that definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw on 2nd down. Haas. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 31. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haas. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Field, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw. McKinney into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to right around the 22. 7.
The Steelers.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down. Haas. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run him with Hunt. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the gun, McKinney. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Cleveland.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down at the 20-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McKinney gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, McKinney. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Haas. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Haas. He's going to air one out. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Haas. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
3rd and 2. Haas. The kick here is complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up second.
They'll go to Barkley again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal. You got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defense, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, Haas. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 10-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Haas looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Haas. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haas. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
7. Browns nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, McKinney. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McKinney firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see the pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, McKinney. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Steelers' 31-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. McKinney. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's complete. Right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Haas. And almost picked off. That's the good news for them now. It's 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run. This is Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, McKinney. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
Barkley on the carry.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
On the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
from the gun on third down. That's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they really need to forget about their last time out. The turnover that led to a field goal, so now they try to regroup trailing. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Browns 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to...
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
The 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Off play action. Haas. And it is caught at the 7. But he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Browns 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on third down, McKinney. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop